So hello and welcome back to another video. First piece of advice I got, don't buy a Samsung S20, it's just a crap phone. Anyway, so the subject of today's video is hoarding $1 coins. So like the 50-cent coin, people with not as much experience, probably new to coin collecting, they do like to keep a lot of these coins, basically thinking that one thing that they're going to be worth lots of money in the future, and the same with the $1 coins as well. A lot of people in the coin groups put a lot of these common date coins up and just ask questions. Yes, no problem with that. As soon as they realize the true value, nature, and also even if it is a low value, on what type of grade or areas that you should be looking for, then they get more experience. But a lot of new people probably get into it either they just like to collect the coin because of the design, like the 1986 $1 coin. It's quite a nice coin design, but this one has a mintage of 25 million. Yeah, this one probably was held by someone in the past. But as you can see with this coin, you can buy them uncirculated for pretty much like $5. So the uncirculated coins pretty much are the only ones worth keeping if they're in lower grades like these. So these were uncirculated at one time. They're still high grade. They're good as space fillers, but if they're any lower grade than this, then they're really not worth keeping. Unless you just like the design, you just want to keep every coin that you find. That's perfectly all right. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're under financial strain, something like that, it's probably not a good idea. These are just going to lose value in the long term, but it's really only worth $1. Unless, even the uncirculated one. So you buy these for like $4 or $5, maybe they could keep up with inflation. But, in the long term, you're probably going to lose out on those as well. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of different commemorative coins that you can actually find in circulation. So you got a Dancing Man from 2005, and that one has a mintage of 34 million. So really, a coin like this you'd only keep if it's an error coin, or if it's an uncirculated one. So this one does have some damage, so really not worth keeping. These were issued in different sets, so you can get these, circulate grade. Yeah, probably about $5. Not really a keeper, that coin. Then you have these two coins. So these are lower mintage, 6 million, but you can get these for about $5 or $6 in uncirculated grade as well. So this one up here looks like it looked like it had lamination, as you can see there. It looks like lamination, but you tilt it and you'll notice that it is just really, it's just the toning on the coin. These coins do tone. They do have copper in them. Copper likes to tone a dark color. They also have aluminium, nickel. Nickel takes a lot longer to actually change its metal state, so being just a base nickel coin to a nickel oxidized nickel, probably nickel oxide or something like that. Aluminium readily corrodes, but copper does as well. So where the toning comes in on these coins. Quite a nice coin. Really, I'd only keep these probably in higher grade, so EF, almost uncirculated, or even uncirculated. So this is not financial advice anyway. I don't do that. Let's talk about coin collecting. And here we have the 2003. So there were 4 million coins. Oh no, not these ones. These 10 million coins. I was thinking about the Australian volunteers, which do I have one here? I should have. Somewhere anyway. So, yeah, 10 million coins, but these come in two varieties. I like to use the actual, what do you call it again? Anyway, the actual spear or whatever. So you do have the smaller left side shaft. This one has a longer shaft. You can see it quite clearly when you put them together. Or you can use the actual space between the clothing and the rim. So this is narrow, this is thick. That's how I like to use it. I prefer the clothing. It's just a lot easier to actually see it than the actual spear. And so, those are the two varieties that you see on those coins. So this one's also the small, or the bigger variety, big. That looks big or small. It gets a bit hard. Anyway, that's for another video. But these ones, 10 million coins, I'd only keep it in high grades like this. Even like this, you're only selling it for $2 to $3. So really, you're only worth keeping those ones in uncirculated condition. Then, we have some. So this is the first color one. So this was not issued in any set. You can only get it in circulation. So it's going to be hard to get coins in high grade. They're talking about the 60s on the Sheldon system, which Australia doesn't use, but a lot of people with grade coins do. And as you can see, it's being worn off. This one is 2020, so there were 12.5 million, so it's going to be a very common coin. Although in Victoria actually got very few of these. Most of them went to the other states. But in 2021, there were 5 million minted as well. No one's seen those in circulation. So maybe they'll be issued later on. And as you can see, this one has the print a bit off center, but that seems to be common on these coins. If the print, was more towards the lettering, probably, 2 or 3 of these are missing the color, then it will be a major error worth collecting. But these were designed so you can use a donation, but I don't really keep them anyway. Then we have a coin that's not popular, 35 years, AUS. So, no. So here's the U one. There's 1.5 million of these minted, but really, they're not that popular. A lot of these went to New South Wales and Tasmania. Tasmania seems to be the main source of them. So they're very common down there, not Victoria. Then we have, so we're only talking about commemoratives, but you do get the mob of roos, which I'll make another video on those. Okay, so these are all mob of roos. Here's the S, 1.5 million, and I just got another U. Yeah, so this one's in higher grade, so this is probably better as a space filler. But it shouldn't be too hard to get these in circulation. And these were issued pretty much in 2018. They came in bags with 2018 coins, and they done it intentionally to get people excited about, because they did have a competition as well going at that time to get these coins. So get people really excited. But if you're going to collect these coins, so say 2010, as I mentioned, 12 million, so I'd only collect it in uncirculated grade. This is pretty much almost uncirculated. Then you do get ones that were not issued for circulation. So here is an Anzac coin. There you go. It's got a guy in a slouch hat, and this one is dated from 1999. So get a Renix catalogue. This is pretty low mint, so you need to look at the mint marks. This one's M for Melbourne. It has a mintage of 49.8 million. So it's not that low compared to coins, but for commemorative coins, but for circulating coins, it is a low mint. So if you get any of these not issued for circulation, I would always collect them. These ones I think cost at $10 to $15 if you're buying them uncirculated, but in this condition, I don't know how much they're worth. Probably only a few dollars. Then from Australia Post, we have a lot of coins. Currently, I think there is the dinosaur coin, but you do get the alphabet coin. So this one is from 2019, and I can't remember the mintage of this one. I think it's like 300,000 or 400,000. So 400,000. Yeah, it's not really a lot of coins. Yeah, so this one has a mintage of 320,000. So, but these are not really that popular, but they are getting to become popular because of the low mintage for a circulating coin. Then you can get some proof coins. So these were not issued for circulation, but you can find them. It's always a good idea to keep ones in this condition. So these sell for about $10 to $20. Here's not a proof coin, but it's a high grade coin from the Outback, and date of this one is 2002, and these ones 35 million, so really only worth keeping these for in uncirculated grade. Then you got quite a lot of other coins, as you can see. I really only keep most of them in high grade. So here we have the 1988. This one is a mintage of 21.6 million. It's only worth keeping in high grade, but I very rarely get these in this type of condition. Even in this condition, you can see it has a lot of wear and damage. Probably not worth keeping. I don't know why I kept it. I'm just a hoarder. Okay, so not. Then we have some more unpopular low mint coins. So here we have the Anzac series. So you got 2000. Wait, do I have 2014, 15, 2015 at about 1.4 million. These are sort of popular. 2016 had a mintage of 2.19 million. 2017 had a mintage of 1.88 million. 2018 they mentioned about 2 million. Yeah, 2018 there. So, but these ones, they barely sell for $1 to $2 to $3. You can only get them in circulated grades. So getting these in high grades probably hard to get, but also going to be expensive. So there are some $1 coins. They're just going to be hard to get in higher grades, unlike the rest of these coins. So here we have the Centenary. So if you're going to get these, you need to check for rotations. These had a mintage of 27.9 million. So only keep them in uncirculated grade, or if it's an error coin, so a rotated one. You can get die fields as well. I've never actually found a rotated one. So here's a Volunteers one from 2003. 4.1 million. So even if you're keeping EF condition, I've sold them in this condition for about $5 to $6. So that's all right. Some more Federation. As I've got quite a few of these in this high grade, and they don't really sell. I would probably just spend any of them that I find in this condition. 35 million, just really common. And we look at the rest of the coins. As you can see, 2002, also 35 million. So not really going to keep any of these. Here we have the 210, and that one is 12 million. So really only keep that in uncirculated. So really, no, if you're going to keep these coins, you need to check the mintage figures, and also go to eBay and you go to the sales results and how many of these coins sell. You need to know the grade. So this one's in almost uncirculated. You need to know how much an almost uncirculated coin would sell for, and you also need to know the mintage figures, because if there's like this Oh, what date was this one? 2009? Yep. 21,300,000. You know it's going to be coin. Lots of people would have kept it. They would have broken up sets and sold these individually. Also get them in rolls and stuff like that. So, it's your prerogative, but you just need to be realistic when you're coin collecting. A lot of these, a lot of people like to just get quite a lot of them. And they're just not going to be worth a lot of money in the future. And you probably will even lose a lot of money if you kept too many of them because of inflation. So, the only reason you'll keep a lot of these is if you like the design. That's just my 2 cents worth and my experience. If you have a different perspective, I'd actually like to hear about it below. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching my video, putting up with my annoying voice, and have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.